Welcome to Assistance Persistence, the Small Business Environmental Assistance Program's annual national training for 2022. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Chris Lynch, and I'm the director of the Nevada Business Environmental Program. We're located in the College of Business at the University of Nevada, Reno, and we're affiliated with the Nevada SBDC. So, wow, it's the Clean Air Act amendments of 1990 and Section 507. 2 years later, the Section 507 program guidelines had been written by US EPA, and states were starting to stand up the new small business assistance programs. Who remembers that? It's really cool to be celebrating 30 years of our programs. Talk about assistance persistence. Congratulations to everyone, all of you, for sticking it out and being persistent and doing the work that you do. So I know Nancy was asking on the pre-session for conference memories, and I don't want to date myself too much, but my very first SBEAP conference was in 1997 in Charleston, South Carolina. And back then we were all known as SBEAPs, and it was a hot topic and hot debate if programs should become multimedia or if they should just provide air quality assistance. And it was, the E was added a few years later, and programs became SBEAPs as more and more programs across the country became multimedia and added waste assistance, water assistance, and pollution prevention assistance. So, it's been exciting to see the growth of the programs and the changes as we've been growing. So, since my first conference, I've been in and out of the SBEAP world, but, I've never strayed too far, and I've attended a number of memorable conferences and made some great friends along the way. Back in 2008, I was lucky enough, my colleagues and I hosted the conference in Pennsylvania back when I was working in Pennsylvania for the Environmental Management Assistance Program. And now I'm looking forward to hosting our first in-person conference again next year in Nevada at Lake Tahoe. I know it was disappointing to have to postpone our in-person conference to next year and do a virtual conference again. But, I'm really excited. The conference planning committee has put in a lot of work. We have a great program with a lot of great speakers lined up. We hope you'll also enjoy this new format that we're trying out of doing small business environmental assistance Thursdays in May. And I hope to see each of you on the next 3 Thursdays, concluding on May 26th. So I'll go to the next slide here. Just to cover a little bit of today's agenda, we'll be doing some openings this morning for the next half hour or so. Then we'll have our keynote speaker, Josh Prigge. We'll have a couple of panel discussions later on. In between those, we'll have a quick break. And then at the end of the day, we'll just do a day 2 preview and also a closing poll just to get your feedback on how you think the day went and how you think this format is working out, so we can make any adjustments on the fly for the next 3 sessions that we have over the next 3 Thursdays. So just a few logistics to cover. As Nancy said, all participants, your microphones are muted and your cameras have been turned off. We're in Zoom meeting mode, I think, but everybody's, aside from the speakers and the panelists, everybody's microphones have been muted. So the way that we'll do Q&A for the sessions, it'll be planned at the end of each session or each speaker's talk. To ask a question, we ask that you use the chat function. Just enter your question in chat, and that will be monitored and the questions will be shared. Also, if for some reason you have a really complicated question or it's just too long to type into a chat, you can use the raise hand feature, but we'll definitely prioritize the chat just because it's a little bit easier to monitor. So please do that. There are going to be a few polls today. Just make sure that you've got your mouse ready. That'll be your opportunity to be interactive and answer the poll questions. So be on the lookout for those. And then, we're all in Zoom mode, and I'm sure everybody's pretty familiar at this point of how it works, but just, you can expand, by dragging that frame bar, that vertical bar, you can expand how big the presentation frame is, how big the speaker frame is. So, and you also might want to select in terms of the view mode, select the speaker, the current speaker. So, don't forget, each day we're going to do a pre-session like we did today. So you can sign on early, make sure you don't have any technical glitches with your computer system. Get on and be ready for the start each Thursday at 1 o'clock Eastern time. And then we will have a short break each day. Those will be announced as we go along. I think today's is going to be closer to about 2 hours from now. So those are the logistics. Bathrooms are down the hall and to the left. Don't forget that. So now what I'd like to do is I would like to introduce Jennifer Collins, who's served us all very well as the chair of the National Steering Committee. And Jennifer's from the Indiana Department of Environmental Management. I know she'd like to share some welcome remarks with all of you. Jennifer.
Thank you so much, Chris. And I really want to thank you and the folks from the University of Nevada for all of your hard work on putting this event together, as well as coordinating the planning committee for this event. I am really looking forward to 4 Thursdays with you all. It is exciting to me that we have 35 new folks attending this event with us this time, and we welcome you. We hope that you get fabulous information to take back to your program from these days with us. We also have some exciting representatives from EPA who will be joining us in each of the Thursdays, and some great speakers and panels for you. And so I thank you for all that hard work in coordinating all of those speakers and panels. I also want to thank US EPA for their ongoing support, Paula Hogue and Rhonda Wright, and all of the folks behind the scenes in those offices that assist with our work throughout the year. And to the regional air small business liaisons that have joined us this past year and help us through our meetings and other events that we've been having. Those have been a great connection with the US EPA, and I really truly appreciate the ongoing collaboration that we have in those areas. So I thank you all for joining us on this grand journey that we're on, and learning more about what we do and how we do it. So I will turn it over back to you, Chris, for your, actually Leanne, I think is up next, but I'll turn it back to you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Yeah, and I just want to say thanks to Jennifer. I know that being the chair of the NSC, there's a lot of work that goes into it. And, you've definitely put in a lot of work for the benefit of the programs nationally. And thank you very much for your service as the chair on the National Steering Committee.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
And yeah, I'd like to introduce Leanne Briggs from the Pennsylvania Environmental Management Assistance Program, who's going to lead our next session. And I had the pleasure of working with Leanne back when I was in Pennsylvania. So go ahead, Leanne, with the icebreaker.
Thanks, Chris. And I too had the pleasure of working with you when you were here in Pennsylvania. So greetings, everyone, and welcome to the first Thursday of the SBEAP annual training. I just have a few questions here just to make sure, you're engaged and that your mouses are working properly, your fingers are working properly. The first 3 questions, we're just going to kind of do a little poll to see where the different SBEAP centers are in terms of activity and services that they provide. So if we could start with the first question, that would be great. So here we have, how many full-time employees does your state have? If you could just answer that, and we'll do a little summary here after we get those answers. So if everyone's had time to do that, I guess we can throw up, do you have the answers or do we want to wait until the end of all the questions?
We'll go through one by one is the main way Zoom does it.
Awesome.
We're at
Okay.
72%. Do you want to give it a little bit longer or go ahead and put up the answers?
I'd say go ahead and put up the answers.
Okay.
Okay, interesting. So we're almost at half that have 1 to 4. Just for, again, information, just to see what the other centers offer. Interesting. How about question number 2, Allison? Okay, so this is where Chris had provided the E and SBEAP. Does your state provide assistance in any of these other areas? If you could mark all that apply, that would be great. Okay, Allison, ready when you are for the results? Okay, excellent. I see that everybody pretty much covers everything, with pollution prevention coming in at only 72%, but still fairly high. That's great to know. Okay, question number 3. Is your state currently conducting in-person site visits? Now that was a short one, Allison, so I think we're ready for a yes/no summary. Excellent. Okay, good. Yeah, we are here in Pennsylvania conducting in-person on sites as well. So these next several questions are just going to kind of be a little fun fact thing, or give you the opportunity to do some fun fact searching for the in-person event in Nevada next year. So we're going to ask a couple questions about Nevada and see how much you know. So if we'll go with question number 4, please. Who knows what the state of Nevada's nickname is? Okay, Allison, results on question 4. We've got some smart characters in the arena, I see. Okay, question number 2. Or question 5, I guess we could say. What secret is associated with Nevada? All right, let's see how many sleuths we have out there. Aha, yes, Area 51, where all the skeletons are buried. Okay, next question. What city is the capital of Nevada? Okay, Allison, results on that one. All right, you guys know your facts about Nevada. Here's a good one I think that will stump some people on. How many, the next question, yeah, sorry. How many hotel rooms are located in the city of Las Vegas? Okay, survey says. The correct answer on this is 150,000 hotel rooms located in Las Vegas. Okay, next question. Of the 10 largest states by area in the continental United States, where does Nevada fall in terms of their size in the top 10? Okay, Allison, answers. Interesting. Nevada falls as the 7th largest state in terms of area, square footage area. Okay, what year did Nevada become a state? Okay, answers to that question. The correct answer was 1864, Nevada became a state. Okay, and the final question we have, how many states border Nevada? And don't go Googling any United States maps either. I'll give people a chance to count. Okay, Allison. Ah, excellent. Yes, 5 states border the state of Nevada. Okay, so that's all I have for the icebreaker. You can search for some more interesting facts to prepare for next year's annual in-person conference. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Well, thank you, Leanne. We appreciate it and hope everybody enjoyed those questions. What we'll do next is we just want to get everybody moving, thinking, get everybody physically ready for the day. So with that, I want to introduce Crystal Warren with the Tennessee Department of the Environment and Conservation to lead us in a little bit of physical exercises.
All right. Can y'all hear me? I have to be, can y'all hear me? Thumbs up if you can. Thumbs down, no.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I had to put my AirPods in because I wanted to back up and I've never done that before. So hi, everyone. My name is Crystal. As Chris said, I'm in Tennessee with Donovan. And while SBEAP pays my main bills, the mortgage and the utilities, for fun, I am a yoga instructor. I'm a certified yoga instructor. So I just have some movements for us to do. For the next few minutes, they can either be done in your chair or I'm going to adjust my screen a little bit, standing up. And so mainly, so I teach, there's 1,000 different types of yoga. If y'all have questions on yoga, if you're thinking about trying it or you see something at your local gym that you want to know more about it, let me know. Just DM me and I can tell you all about it. Because people who say they don't like yoga, it's just because you haven't found the right one. It's like saying you don't like meat or something or vegetables. You just haven't found the one you like. So we're just going to move a little bit today. I typically teach a very aerobic style yoga. And the intent of any yoga, though, is to 1, breathe, and 2, move your body. So it doesn't matter which one. What's really important to me is moving your spine. So it's really important that we move our spine in all directions, forward, backward, side to side. So we'll be doing that today. One of my favorite sayings is motion is lotion. If you don't use it, you lose it. I got all types. So first of all, and I'll sit to the side so y'all can see me, but go ahead and put your feet on the so you might feel your core engage when you do that. And first of all, I have us do this in class sometimes. Squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears. Remember, cameras are off. No one can see you do this. Squeeze your shoulders up to your ears and really squinch up your face as tight as you can. And then exhale, roll your shoulder blades back and down and release the wrinkles in your face. We'll do that one more time. That should feel so good for us. On your inhale, squeeze your shoulders up to your ears, squinch your face, squeeze tight, tight, tight. And then exhale, roll everything back and down. So again, like I said, that should feel really good. All of us are at a computer, we're hunched over all day. So it's just really important for just several times a day, roll your shoulder blades back and down, sit up taller. All right, now next, put your hands on your knees. I'm gonna try to back up a little bit. And press your chest towards me, drop your head back, open up your throat. So you're getting a little back bend here. And then exhale, press your back towards the back of your chair, tuck your chin to your chest, pull, so you're creating a C curve. We're gonna continue with that movement. Inhale, back bend, open up your chest, drop your head back. And as you exhale, press your back towards the back of your chair, tuck your chin to your chest. We'll do that 2 more full rounds. Inhale, back bend. Again, we're just moving our spine in all directions. Well, just 2 directions now, but we're eventually going to do all. 1 more full round. Inhale, open up, drop your head back, gaze towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, press your back behind you. All right, so that was 2 directions. Now we're going to add in some twists to get that side to side movement. So place your left hand on top of your right knee. Right hand can be the space behind your butt, maybe the top of your chair. Sit up tall, roll your shoulder blades back and down, take an inhale. And as you exhale, twist towards the back. We'll stay here for 2 more breaths. So inhale, create length in your spine. Try to sit up tall. And then exhale, twist a little deeper. 1 more round. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist a little deeper. On your inhale, come back through center. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. And we'll do that same thing on the other side. Right hand, left knee, twist to the back. So your hand can be behind you, maybe on the back of your chair, sit up tall. And then exhale, twist. Twists are my very favorite. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. If you come to my classes regularly, you're going to get so many twists in your spine just because they're my favorite. All right, inhale, come back through center. And then these, oh, I'm looking at my notes. Okay, so the next one you can do seated or standing up. I will cue seated first, and then if you want to stand up, feel free. So we're going to inhale, reach our arms overhead. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. Arms can be parallel. If you have the flexibility in your shoulders, you can bring your palms together overhead. But if your shoulders squinch to your ears, just release and bring your arms parallel. Sit up tall. And as you exhale, swing your arms around, forward fold, drop your chest towards your thighs. And then inhale, lift back up, swing your arms overhead. So you're getting a little shoulder and upper back mobility. Sit up tall. Exhale, forward fold. All right, you can continue that. I'm going to demo standing up. I'm trying to make enough space here. So inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to take any negative feelings out of your low back. And then inhale, rise back up. Arms reach overhead. 1 more time, seated or standing. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. And if you're standing, you can rise 1 vertebrae at a time, just going as slowly as you can. And then again, another move, you could do seated or standing. I'm going to demo both. Seated first. And this is to get a stretch in our QLs, our quadratus lumborums. We sit all day, so we get, I don't have to tell y'all, we get tension in our low back. So side stretches really help with that. So in your seated position, inhale, arms reach overhead. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. And I'm just lowering so y'all can see. Inhale, reach up and over. So you want to keep length along your left body all the way down to your hip. From left pinky finger to your left hip. Reach up and over. You can gaze forwards over the tip of your nose. If it's accessible in your neck, you can gaze underneath your left tricep. And just stay here and breathe. And then notice if you can sink a little deeper with every exhale. Try to stay equally grounded between both sit bones. On your inhale, come back through center, and then we'll twist to or stretch to the other side. Left hand grabs your right wrist, reach up, and then over. Again, gaze towards the tip of your nose or underneath your right tricep. And again, stay here. And if you ever feel any pain in your QLs, your quadratus lumborums, I tend to get it after long car rides, not so much sitting at my desk, but after long car rides, I feel a lot of tension there. So when I stop and do one of these stretches while I'm pumping gas. So just keep that in mind. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Good. And then we have one more, and we do need to stand for that. Come to the back of your chair and roll your chair out in front of you. And we're just going to take a half forward fold. So walk your legs back, bend your knees as much as you need to. Again, any sensation in the low back, bend your knees. And then drop, hands are on the back of the chair. Drop your head in between your biceps. So try to release any wrinkles in the back of your neck. Your gaze is towards the mat. So you should feel a good stretch in your shoulders. And just breathe here. I have one more stretch after this that seems really easy, but then when you do it, you realize, oh, this is so hard. But don't worry, it's so hard for all of us. All right, one more full breath here. All right, y'all, one more. And we'll take this seated. So this last stretch, we're gonna take in our hands. And what we're gonna do is you can extend your arms out long or bend your elbows as much as you need to. We're just gonna flash our hands open and close, open and close. It looks easy, but after about 8 seconds, you're gonna feel your forearms burning because we're not used to this motion. So what we're used to doing is either typing all day or holding a pen. So we're used to squeezing our wrists together, or palms, fists together, but we're not used to opening up. So keep doing this. Sometimes when I have really, bodybuilder type guys in my yoga class, I'll say, okay, you think you're so great at everything. You think you're so strong. Let's keep doing this because it brings all of us to the same playing field. So we'll do this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, then shake it out. All right, y'all, that's all I have for today, but hopefully it feels better in your body. Again, motion is lotion. If you don't use it, you lose it. Oh, and my other favorite one is related to your spine. You're only as old as your spine. So it's just important to move in all directions every day. And you can do those simple stretches that we did. They don't take a lot of time, but they're so good for your body. And if y'all have any questions about yoga, let me know because it's my second favorite thing to talk about after the environment. All right, thanks y'all.